Good evening and welcome to another exciting episode of the Men's Lounge. We are here. You can see how we are smiling. It's obvious that there's a celebration going on somewhere and it has to do with our Muslim brothers. And so we are joining them to celebrate the Eid. It's been a few days of fasting. We were hoping they would fast even today, but for some reason they decided not to, so that the holiday would have gone to tomorrow, so that then we can have a long weekend. But it's okay. I mean, we'll still keep it like this. It has to happen this way. There's another holiday coming through somewhere soon. I'll inform you. I'll be the first to tell you before it even comes. And so, once again, let me welcome you to our evening. We are going to have a very interesting discussion. So, on the GMBC platforms, we are still discussing a health month. Okay, so we have a health month, and so anything we discuss will be health. And so you can imagine what we are discussing today. I'll tell you when I come back from my very first break. But before that, please feel free and join us on all our social media platforms at eTVGhana. So on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all of them at eTVGhana. And then the WhatsApp lines will also be open quite early, which is 020-2222-054, 020-2222-054. I'll go on this break. Please stay with us. We'll be back shortly. I'll introduce my guests, I'll tell you the topic, and then we can go straight into the discussions. Please stay with us. Come back if you're just joining us. We are in the lounge already and we are seated. You know, I always tell you when it's 9 p.m. on Thursdays, expect nothing but a great discussion from men in the studio, especially from the men's lounge. And so today we'll be discussing protecting your manhood. When men tell you about manhood, I'm sure you know what we are talking about. So protecting your manhood, the dangers of aphrodisiacs. The dangers of aphrodisiacs. This is going to be what we'll be talking about. So men and women have continually pursued various means to enhance their sexual desire for the opposite sex, despite the safety concerns raised by the FDA on the abuse of unregistered sex-enhancing products. The patronage remains high amidst the debilitating side effects. On the men's lounge today, we'll be looking at this particular issue. It's something that we don't turn a blind eye, but we pretend we haven't seen. We all see what people sell along the streets, and people will be coming to you, and this will do this, and this will do that, and that. When I do that, I'm sure you understand. Yeah. And so we've been seeing these things, and today we need to talk about it because it's something that's very important, especially when it comes to a man's health. So with me in the studio today, I have Dr. Gershon Senna Sekle. He happens to be the CEO, Medical Lab Director, G2. Doc, Akwaba.
Yeah.
Good to see you, man.
Sure.
You're always looking like you are 16 years old.
But I'm old, though.
I know. But you see the mere sight of you, oh, he's a young boy. You take somebody who has to get too close to know that, okay, maybe I should hold on and ask him.
Yes.
So I'm not here with the doctor alone. I'm also here with Hubert T.T. Teku. Hubert is a communications professional. I mean, he does very good when it comes to advertising as well. And so sometimes you can talk to him, you can consult on him as well, and he can help you take decisions on some of the ways you can put your products and other things out there when it comes to brands. And so Hubert, yes, sir. Good to see you.
Same.
Everything nice. Chai, the way you address just say the evening is for you.
Yeah, I can see.
For me, we are going to continue there.
For sure.
Yes.
You and who?
All of us.
Anyway, guys,
the invitation has already been thrown.
This is boys affair.
Of course. So we are going.
We are going.
Send me pictures.
We are going. Why do we send you pictures?
Oh, so I'm coming along.
Yeah, you're part of it.
Well, yeah. Mekobi, it's okay. I'll be there.
Yeah, twice.
Let's join our Muslim
Yes,
brothers.
yes,
I mean,
yes,
look,
yes.
they fasted for us. They prayed for all of us. You know. So if it's time to celebrate, let's join them and celebrate.
Yeah.
The time will come, we'll also fast for them.
Yeah.
All right. So welcome, guys.
Thank
Good
you.
to see you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So today, we are discussing manhood. Okay, so protecting your manhood, and I want us to narrow it down to the dangers of aphrodisiacs.
Sure.
It's something we hear all the time, and for some reason I think we just ignore. I'm not sure we turn a deaf ear to them, but then we just ignore. Yeah. And it's something I think we should be discussing. So, Doc, to start with, let's try to define what an aphrodisiac is.
Aphrodisiac is a substance or chemical or medication one takes to really stimulate the system to promote sexual attraction, sexual behavior, and pleasure. And normally the question is, why aphrodisiac? Something might have happened for the person to go for an enhancer. So that is where the missing link is.
Okay.
erectile dysfunctioning, he's not erecting well, he's not even sustaining the erection. So he has to go in for something to just enhance it so that he can erect.
So then basically the aphrodisiacs are some substances
that will enhance your sexual pleasure drive, and all that. Pleasure and the rest.
Interesting. Yeah. But this one goes for Hubert. Why crowd would a man take an aphrodisiac? Why?
A lot of reasons.
Have you been taking some?
Oh no. You see, the thing is, it's not about taking some. There are a lot of things we take. Not say it's an aphrodisiac for us, but at the end it ends up to enhance or it boosts.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll be asking you soon what's all these things are. But my question is why would a man, take aphrodisiacs? Why?
Oh, you see, there are a whole lot of reasons that guys take aphrodisiacs. Mostly, it's the women now. It's the women. Of course, it's to please the woman, make her feel good, make her know that you're also a man. You can also go the extra mile, the extra haul, give her all the pleasures that she expects. So, guys will do anything just to please the ladies. Because at the end of the day, if, most of them will say, okay, we are going for a date. Girls do have their own quarters, guys do have their own quarters. Then, so how did it go? Oh, he did well. He made me get my orgasm and all this.
So that when you pass by, they say, that's the guy.
That's the guy. And then you'll be pointing fingers at you. That's the guy.
That's the guy.
He did it.
Yes. And it gives you that muscle, you are walking on his shoulders high.
Yes. It makes the man feel good.
Yes.
But is that the only reason why men would take aphrodisiacs?
Yeah. At times, you see, men get to a point where they think are not erect.
Okay.
And there is a match ahead of you. You definitely have to do something. As he said, you must please the woman.
Yeah. You must perform.
You must perform, because if you don't do, Charlie, they will laugh at you.
3 points, no.
I mean, they will say, with all this, at the end of the day,
this is it.
You couldn't do this.
Really?
Is that all? Master, please close your zip.
Pack yourself
and stop disturbing me. Next time, don't call me.
Interesting. So then it seemed as though it's the major reason. The major reason is because we want to satisfy our partners.
Exactly, because if you don't, you see, it brings a lot of fight, even in married homes. Because the man is not able, the woman is yearning for it. He gets in there, everything is kojoto. You wake up in the morning, there's a lot of anger.
Yeah.
Anger that you don't even understand.
You don't even understand how it comes. And you realize that the moment you say hey, they say hey. So
you say hey. Interesting. Then when they say hey,
just to silence you.
I see. So before you proceed, so then do men, as men, do we actually need aphrodisiacs to perform? Do we need?
Sometimes I think we need it. I think because maybe I don't know medically, but when it comes to the act, most of the time I know under a certain minutes guys drop.
Okay.
Yes, but if we drop, the lady will not understand that. Why have you dropped?
Why shouldn't they? They should understand. They should know that this is the natural thing. So
they don't understand. Why will you drop?
But there are so many factors that affect you to drop.
Yes.
You understand? If you look at erection itself, you see, when a man is aroused, there are certain things that plays a major role. When you are aroused, your nerves or your central nervous system must take up that arousement. Now there must be that communication. The brain is there, the nervous system is there, and it must transmit the message to the pelvic area, which is the penis area, to tell all the muscles there that there is something ahead. So that causes the arteries to dilate, to open up, blood to rush into it, and it's locked up. So there's a transmission from the brain to the nervous system to cause, there's something we call neurotransmitters.
Okay.
So we have about 4 neurotransmitters. They cause the communication. If that thing is lost, it means that a man will definitely need something like aphrodisiac to really serve as, to close up the gap. If that thing doesn't happen, you realize that a man will be aroused, all right, but there's no transmission.
Okay.
And you see that, so you see everything, but you realize the man has not erected. It means there is what? A missing gap. There's no transmission. We are talking here. Assuming transmission goes off, viewers in the house will not see us.
No.
You
All
understand?
those is a blue screen or a black screen.
Yes. We here will be seeing ourselves, be talking, but there's no transmission.
Yeah.
So when a man is aroused and there's no transmission, these are the things that happen.
I see. So let me go to Hubert. Hubert, beyond the issue of men wanting to use aphrodisiacs because we want to, show the women that the Champions League final is here. Beyond that, and also what Doc just mentioned, that perhaps there could be a blockade somewhere. There's no transmission somewhere. Are there some factors that will influence a man that, look, you need to take aphrodisiacs?
As for the factors, there are a lot of factors. Meeting the lady for a first time, looking at the amount of money you spent on her. Looking at the amount of money. Yes.
How does amount of money you spent?
My brother.
So what, you want to kill her?
Not kill her.
But what do you want to do?
But you first date, you didn't just go to just any restaurant. Went to one of the expensive restaurants. You yourself, you have not even been there before. Second date, another third date. There may be 4th or 5th before she give it to you. My brother, you're out. We have to take that extra aphrodisiac. I say today. What break I'm in brain?
It's not going to be only that day. I mean, there could be several like that. So is this not?
There's a time bomb. Some of the ladies, as she's calculating, we also calculate too, because we also want that Charlie within this time, but before enter the wagon. So when we see that things are not really working, and finally you just give it to us, or we prep our mind and we know that this one they can't make it. We'll take the aphrodisiac.
You think aphrodisiac will help. You may take aphrodisiac, it may not help you, because there are other external factors that can cause you to go the kojoto way. Stress is one. I mean, you are disturbed at work. Your boss is chasing because probably you've been given some query and the rest. All these things can cause non-transmission. You understand? You may take the aphrodisiac, but there will be no transmission. There are so many things that will cause.
For me, what I'm even looking at is what other factors will make a man, like he's saying, you spent on the girl and you feel like, Charlie, this one dear. I have to collect my 3 points. And then I think I was even speaking with somebody who also did mention that peer pressure.
Yeah, peer pressure.
And I was like, how would peer pressure? So you don't know this drug or you don't know this substance, and Hubert, Charlie, this one is good, and then you want to go and try.
Because you have your boys you chat with. Some guys, they exaggerate a lot. They will say, Charlie, you remember this girl? Charlie, I did 1 hour, 30 minutes. I did this. Then you look at yourself and say, you know yourself. You say, me too. How come I can't go? So you can back down. Charlie, what are you taking? There's this man, blah 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 blah. Then you also go and take it.
You want to try it?
Yes. So peer pressure. Definitely, you also want that 3 points, and everyone looks at you and says, "Oh, yeah, I was a guy."
But do you know you can do all these things without taking aphrodisiac? Once, yes. Oh yeah, you can go high without taking aphrodisiac. Pure. You see, you have your mind is straight. No pressure anywhere.
You're happy.
No stress anywhere. Because see, I talk about neurotransmitters. These are chemicals that comes out to boost this mood in us, to make you happy. Some of the neurotransmitters, they are the type that will cause some kind of anxiety, expectance. You are happy you are going to meet this lady. You understand? That is when the neurotransmitters are really, secreting very well. So you realize that all this thing helps you Then there's one we call oxytocin. We call it the love hormones. That one, the moment you start hugging, you start kissing and the rest, it causes a lot of erection. You understand? And at times, you see, when we are hungry, forget it. You will not have, erection. Because the body is weak. One of the neurotransmitters, no matter what they do is that they increase the blood sugar and fat, and they work on the fat to release energy.
Okay.
Now here you are, you have not eaten. What happened? The energy will not be released to really sustain you.
Okay.
You understand? And at times, too, if you are depressed, some of the neurotransmitters are supposed to raise your, your heart rates to pump the blood so that at least this blood can go in. So there's a way you can do without even going on this aphrodisiac. Common water can help. Your frame of mind. You see the lady, the way you think. You see, once you start thinking, you realize that all these transmitters will start coming up by themselves, and you can go and go and go with that aphrodisiac.
That's interesting.
But look, how can it kill your mind when it comes to the action? Taking water, because you said what is a process.
Yeah.
This one opens, this one opens, this one
exactly.
opens. So
they work in collaboration.
They work in collaboration.
Yes.
Yes. But you see, most of the time we drop fast.
Yes, you drop fast because at times you may be on heat. Seriously going there. Certain things that
hold
we
on.
just...
Are you talking about yourself?
I'm not talking about myself.
I have a feeling you are. I'm here to help you.
Yes, you see, we have first round, we have second round, and the rest. Oh yes.
You know something?
So,
dropping, most men drop at a point.
Okay.
But most is first round.
At times, yes, within first round you can drop. It depends on what you are going through. You see, all is the mind. Everything's from the mind. And
I see.
The nerves are also up.
So, Doc, this one is also another one I want to know. So, these aphrodisiacs, are we then saying that they do not enhance our sexual life?
No, it do enhance, but you see, more usage of it can cause other problems. At times you may be using it, it may not work. There are other underlying causes that is causing it not to work. You understand? Aphrodisiac at times can be dangerous. You see, I talk about increasing heart rates, increasing the blood pressure, and even increasing the sugar level. Assume you are hypertensive and go and take this aphrodisiac. In the process, these transmitters are just raising your sugar level. You are diabetic.
Yeah.
You are hypertensive. Maybe your upper limit to be maybe 1/40/90. Then you go and take this, and then before you realize your blood pressure shoot up. Boom. What happened to you?
You are gone.
You are gone. That's why you can hear there. Some people, they go in for a lady, they go for aphrodisiac. They've forgotten that there's underlying causes that can raise their blood sugar, that can raise their blood pressure
as well.
And they go and they just die. You understand? So the underlying causes, that's what we are afraid of. Apart from the underlying causes, the aphrodisiac itself can cause serious health problems.
Really?
Yeah.
What are some of the problems?
Some of the problems, memory loss is one.
Memory loss.
Oh yeah, sure. Excessive intake of aphrodisiac, you can have memory loss. It can destroy your central nervous system. And that is the major aspect of it. Can cause stroke in some conditions. Some also can cause, heart attack. Some also can cause liver problem because you are taking this medication, and the liver is supposed to do the detoxification. And if it continues like that, you are causing problems to the liver. And clearing away all this waste from the system, the kidney has to take care of it and flush everything out. See, we are putting pressure on the kidney by taking this a lot of aphrodisiac. It means that it's going to get to a point the liver, the kidney can be weak, the liver also can be weak.
Yeah.
And it can destroy your whole system, leading to stroke, leading to something called cardiovascular disease and the rest. So prolonged take of aphrodisiac can cause all this. And prolonged take of aphrodisiac also can cause infertility in men.
It causes infertility as well.
Yes. Yes. I'm not talking out of, but I'm talking out of serious case studies, research and the rest, findings that because so prolonged intake of aphrodisiac can cause it. Prolonged intake of aphrodisiac can cause anemia. Prolonged intake of aphrodisiac can cause serious stomach upsets, nausea, vomiting, stuffy nose, and what have you. Prolonged intake of aphrodisiac.
That's very interesting.
That is where we have to look at and see. Yes, immediately you are satisfying the woman,
but in the end,
you are destroying yourself. What about at times, if you take aphrodisiac, at times they cannot even distinguish between blue color and green color. Vision impaired. Oh yeah.
Let's see. So there are some of the aphrodisiacs that are not administered, like taken into the system.
Some are used on the body.
Exactly. What about those? In fact, let me even come to the kinds of aphrodisiacs that we have. Are there some types that Hubert? Yes. Are there some types that you are aware of?
Oh yeah, of course.
Which one and which one?
Oh.
No, let's it's okay. Let's not mention the brands. Let's see the kinds of
the kinds.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh. I know. Okay, we all know of the substances we take in, but the ones that we use, they have various names.
Yes,
I've heard about some stone.
They said there's stone. There are some with the oral one we take, and some are sprays, and what have you.
Some delay sprays and all that. Yeah.
You see, but you see, before we talk about sexual attraction and the rest, men must understand that women take a longer time before they get to that point. So the foreplay is very, very, very important.
No new foreplay and it's about new foreplay about.
Well, if you're just joining us, we are still here in the lounge discussing the health of our manhood, okay? And we're narrowing it down to the use of aphrodisiacs, how the dangers of aphrodisiacs as well is something that we need to discuss. There seem to be a lot of negatives when you use them, even though you immediately might get the need, or I mean the reason why you're using it immediately, you might get the satisfaction, but in the end it brings you so much. And I'm even surprised to hear some of the things, because I mean I'm glad Doctor is here, because some of the latter issues it might bring you are quite alarming.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean stroke.
Stroke is one.
The brain
seriously.
Loss.
The brain loss and all that.
Because you're talking about
and even sight impairness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sight impairment where you cannot distinguish between
green and blue.
Green color.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So let's find out this. And I'll urge you also to keep your messages coming on our WhatsApp console 0202222054. 0202222054. Doc, let me find out this. Aphrodisiacs. Is there, well, we are not saying it's negative, are we?
Yeah, we are not saying it's negative.
Okay.
It's good at a point.
At a point.
Yes.
Is there a particular age limit?
When you get to a certain point, let's say from 60 going, as you are aging, you should know that some of your system will go down. So you realize that some men may like to get the aphrodisiac to...
Yeah, but isn't that the dangerous part?
It's the dangerous part.
Yes, because from 60, that is when your heart rate and all these things are a bit...
Yes. And we find men who are really going for they have gone for some small girl, but they just want to satisfy.
They've been spending, Hubert has been spending a lot, and he has to, yeah. I mean, I'm sure I am certain that if Hubert, when you turn 60, I'll be watching you. Or from 60, I'll be watching you.
We have a long haul to go.
You know? I know. I'll be watching you, because after 60, all the money you spend, you need to, recoup them, isn't it?
Oh, you'll be my personal. You know what I'm
saying? So, Doc.
Yeah.
So then, I am thinking that. From that age 60 or even 55,
dangerous to go on
so then why would we rather not do it at all then?
Yes, you see, instead of going off aphrodisiac, we should see how we can enhance the central nervous system. Common massaging, it enhances our central nervous system.
Okay.
That enhances the neurotransmitters to really perform very well. Common exercise helps us, and the type of food that we eat is also very, very important. Like our normal vegetables, our fruits, they enhance the central nervous system.
I see.
Which help us. And I say it's above all, water is one of them. Yes.
Before or after?
Before, especially before. Don't let me tell you my experience over here.
No, but you need to feel very sure. But before or after what?
before
entering the wagon.
You need to really help yourself with a lot of water. Because water does a lot of work.
I see.
Than these aphrodisiacs. Yes. And the type of food we eat. You see, carrots is also another.
The cold one or
the normal one. Normal one. At least
what's your problem?
At least
if you have a problem, tell us, share, and let's help you. But you seem to be.
No, my brother, we are all.
Let me ask you the question. Don't interject again.
Okay.
If not, tell us your problem and let us solve it.
There's no problem, my brother.
Okay.
You are now making it.
No, I need to find out.
Okay.
So, Doc,
yes.
you mentioned carrot.
Yeah, it contains zinc. We have cucumbers. They're also very good.
Cucumber.
Yeah, cucumber, very good. Cauliflower is also very good. And, those kind of food. Then this attaju will laugh at people that yes, they are also very good.
He will take notes.
Raw,
attaju.
Attaju and raw granules.
Raw granules.
The one from the shelf.
Okay.
Uncooked one.
Uncooked
granules.
Oh, I see.
As a peanut. It's also very good.
Is it the one with the shell around it?
The shell around it, uncooked one. It's also very good to just enhance our neural system. It's really help us. Those things, see, we are talking about transport. It's very, very delicate. Yeah. So this type of food also good for us to talk about. You see, they talk about this ginseng. Yes, they also enhance all those things. Also very, very, very good. Our ordinary chocolate here, the cocoa. Yeah, the cocoa. If possible, we can go for the raw cocoa. This brown cocoa.
But it has a very well. The raw one is quite bitter. I went to the cocoa farm and I actually went through that process. And so after one of the dry ones, I was made to chew and it was quite bitter. Even I could taste the cocoa, but then the bitterness.
The bitterness.
Yes.
You see, one day there's this guy. I'm very curious. He says he's selling this aphrodisiac. I said, let me have a look, and I just bite a little bit. And I can realize it was really bitter. Then these guys, they sell some sticks or trees, like a chewing stick.
Yes.
It's also bitter, really bitter. I said, no, this thing. So cocoa being bitter, you get the best part of it as a natural aphrodisiac than for you to go for this, other ones. I mean, we take other medicine. Don't we take paracetamol? Paracetamol is very bitter. To solve a problem. So you have a problem you want to solve, going for raw cocoa, I think it's good. It will really enhance your central nervous system to just
Interesting. If you're just joining us, we're still discussing the whole issue on the usage of aphrodisiacs, the dangers of some of these aphrodisiacs to our manhood. We are trying to protect our manhood. And Doctor, and I'm sure all of us would agree that we'd rather go the natural way. Carrots, cauliflower, raw granules, the one in the shell, uncooked, that one. The atadri, the one that you see them.
Yes.
It's good. It helps. Okay. What about some vegetables, right?
Yeah, vegetables. They are also very good.
Good. So vegetables and all that. These are things that we need to naturally use or consume more. Cucumber is part of them. When I heard cucumber, I was a bit, because I see that ladies also like cucumber a lot. Ladies also. I see that.
I'm not going there.
That women also like the cucumber a lot. And so when you mentioned cucumber, I was like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah,
so
we are talking about aphrodisiac and we are narrowing everything down to the men. Women also have a problem.
Oh, women also take aphrodisiacs?
Yes.
Interesting.
Oh yes. I don't want to mention some.
No. Let's talk about that one small. I want to know that one.
Women also don't have that kind of urge for sex. So they also go for aphrodisiacs. They are there, which makes them feel honey.
I see. I see.
So it's not only the men. Women also have their problem. But some of the women come to Charlie, doctor, I don't have any feelings. What do I do? Oh yeah. You touch woman, you do everything. It's just like some piece of wood be. No, so they also need the help.
Well, this is some information right there. I'm sure it will be discussed on Girls Vibe, so that you can delve more into that. For us, we are actually excited to hear that you also have problems.
Yes, sure.
Yeah. We are not the only ones who have problems. And so we all agree that we have decided to go the natural way, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, on this note, I will go on my break. Please stay with us. We'll be back shortly with more. Please stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we are still in the lounge discussing protecting our manhood, and we are limiting it to the use of aphrodisiacs, the dangers of the use of aphrodisiacs. I think before we went on the break, we had almost come to a consensus that we'd rather go the natural way. Okay, so the cucumber, the carrots, the cauliflower, the raw groundnuts, the uncooked one, the one in the shell, that one, the atadre. I need to find atadre, the English friends word for atadre.
Tiger nuts.
Tiger nuts. That's tiger nuts. Yeah. Right. So yeah, the use of tiger nuts, and but like I said, the most interesting part is the fact that when I heard cucumber, I was like, okay, cucumber. All right. We need it, and they also like cucumber. It's okay. It's understandable. But let me find out this. And like I said, please let's start our messages coming through. The number is 02022222054. Let your messages come through, and then we'll be dealing with them. Doc.
Yes, sir.
Now, beyond the use of these aphrodisiacs, look, the whole intent really is to make the fun more fun. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, more fun. Make the fun more fun.
Make the fun more fun. Can't we do it in another way without having to use any of these aphrodisiacs or even thinking of them?
You see, if you look at the neurotransmitters, there's one that gives us the edge. You see, if you are expecting something, you see the way you are edgy. If you are going to meet a woman, you see you are happy you are going to meet a woman. Let that excitement be on. When you see the woman, just don't rush. You need to really turn yourself on. What are the things that you think would turn you, the man, on? Is kissing one? Try to do it if that one will turn you on. Number two, is there touching certain parts of the lady that also turn you on? Those are the things that you should just work on so that at least it will send the signal down there. At the end of the day, whatever you do to the woman, send signal to your penis to make sure that you are rigid, because as you are doing, you realize that in the process, you can realize that your heartbeat starts going up. It means something is really happening. There's transmission going on.
Beat faster.
Beat faster, yes. That is when the...
Hubert taught me that one.
You could say that is when the blood is really pumping well to fill the penis itself. So it continues like that. And I tell you, in the process, sorry, I have to...
No, let's
In the process of sexual acts, people rush. Just take your time, go in, relax. In the process, you can come out a little bit, as if you are now going in again. It's just that you are starting all over again. And to help you to sustain yourself on and on. As you are going, doing it, you must also remember certain things that was, turning you on the first time you saw the woman. You see, the first kind of love, what happened at that time. That also help you to really turn you on. And mind you, in the process, try to forget about all your problems around. Because the moment you start bringing it in, you go flat in the process.
Interesting.
So well, these are the psychological aspects. If you have any problem, just put on your cool music. Try to soak yourself out, take them out, so that you be in the lane. And maybe if you have a match in the night, in the morning, start it. Start calling, start spoiling yourself. You see, I tell people, spoil yourself. At times people think the way the woman also dress, the type of pants, the type of brazier, the type of dress also turn men on. When it happens, so it makes the nervous system to really work more, and you realize that before you realize you've gone for an hour without noticing that you've really gone for an hour. And again, to see, satisfying the woman, don't just do it that you are going bang bang. You must also look at areas where it will cause the woman to have its orgasm 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you know that's the weak point, what stops you?
You have to be hitting it.
Come on. And before you realize, you come out, this woman will just be saluting you. If you don't take time.
Hubert, have you taken notes?
In fact, everything is there.
Good, because I'll be asking you questions.
Everything is there.
All right, so this is coming from one of our people. Kindly add your name and then where you normally would text us also from. It's very important. It helps us keep good data on you so that we can also be telling you things. Okay, so good evening, bros. Please, is it true that sleeping naked can also increase our sex life? Doc?
Yes. You know, it's a kind of transmission. You transmit that kind of love things also help you to
I see.
enhance, you know, sexual activity or your sex life. Yeah, it's very, very, very important.
I see. So talking about these aphrodisiacs, okay, are there some of them that are effective and safe at all?
Yes, in the medical world, we have them. We have them to just treat a problem. As we are treating the problem, we are looking at the side effects.
Okay.
So that at least. So I'm telling you, there are some aphrodisiacs. Before you go in, we ask you a long, you know, questions. Are you hypertensive? Are you diabetic? Do you have any heart-related disease? We look at all those. Do you have a memory problem? We look at all these things. Do you have headache? We look at, because some of the aphrodisiacs will definitely give you headache. Do you have any stomach upset? We ask all these questions.
Wait,
Yep.
so you take aphrodisiac,
Yeah.
finish and be happy and have headache.
Yeah.
This matter cry.
Some people have, because we are talking about blood pressure. Why do we have headache? Because the blood is pumping at a higher rate. And as the blood flows through your brains, the brains, they are full of capillaries. You understand? So you are forcing it to dilate. And definitely you have that headache.
Okay. All right. So the message I read earlier came from Frank in Takoradi. Frank, thank you for adding your name and then where you are from. We like that and we appreciate that. Thank you so much. And so, Doc, so we are saying that there are some that are safe.
They are safe. And we just monitor you. Make sure that you don't put you on for a long period of time. If you try to do that, it means that we are spelling doom for you. And before, that's what I'm asking, before we put you on, we try to see the underlying causes. Some of these erectile dysfunction are due to other problems. Maybe somebody is hypertensive, is put on prescribed drugs. Those things also can cause, low libido. Maybe you are on a drug for prostate cancer, also can cause low libido and the rest. So if you know that these are some of the drugs that can cause libido, then you need to talk to your doctor. There's a way we go around it. At least you can have your sexual pleasure once a while, so that at least you can have that joy.
Hubert,
Yes, sir.
I'm coming to you. Would you share with me an experience where you've thought of, for some reason you've thought of using an aphrodisiac?
Oh, yeah.
That you feel like, Charlie, wait here, I should have used.
Yeah. You see, as earlier on, I said that you meet someone and it's like...
Was it a personal experience you were sharing with that one? Or
No,
it was
no,
just
no,
a
no,
passing
no,
comment?
no.
This one, I want an experience.
You want an experience?
I want an experience.
I thought I was saying that you meet someone. And...
So you, Hubert, you met someone.
okay, there was this lady I met.
You are now talking.
Looking at the conversation and the way the whole thing was going.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes women, when we look at a lady, it's presumed that maybe a slim lady can go the long haul. The ones who are a little bit big or plumpy, they can't go really go the long haul.
You have used the word big for a lady. Do you want to go home safe?
Hey, sorry.
Okay.
Please, rephrase.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
So, like, I met this slim, cute girl, and the way discussions were going, I said, no, I have to get my 3 points. So I started prepping myself. So on the D-Day, in fact, it worked. Yeah, but...
Without aphrodisiac?
No, with aphrodisiac.
Okay.
Yeah, with aphrodisiac, it worked. But it didn't really work like the way some people, or I was expecting it. So when you were talking and you said the natural is the best, it got to some time I said, Charlie, enough of all this aphrodisiac or all this. The natural is the best. You drink water, as you said, you are doing it, you come out a while, it's the best. Am I done?
I don't like this your experience. I didn't enjoy your experience, but it's okay. I have a feeling you are trying to polish it. You are polishing it, be like that.
You put me on the spot, my brother.
But do you know at times you get a lady for the first time, you have mean this much, you go there, you realize that Charlie, it's not happening. Yes, you go flat.
What causes
it's
that?
It's a kind of anxiety, a rush. Before you get there, before you realize that you are just flat. And what are you going to say?
It's been a while.
It's been a
or
while.
you find something else. Even that one, how does that even make a good excuse for you?
No, you can't make a good excuse. You see, and that one at times you are not careful, it will add up to your woes. Because the tantrums the lady be throwing at you.
But you know, Doc, you mentioned earlier this issue of low libido.
Yeah.
Is there any aphrodisiac, or can any aphrodisiac, sort that problem out? The issue of low libido.
Yeah, we have them which can sort them up. You understand? But that one, as I said, we need to be monitored. We need to really see what causes the low libido and start solving it from that area. For instance, if you are on certain types of drugs that is causing the low libido, you just have to either reduce the dosage, looking at at times you have to weigh. If I go off this medication, will it work? Then before you put the person on this aphrodisiac. You don't just, because low libido, you are giving aphrodisiac. It may even worsen the situation. That's why I said earlier on that at times there are some aphrodisiac, the person can take gallons, it will not work.
Oh.
Yeah. Because there may be underlying cause. Maybe he has a high cholesterol, you understand? And maybe all the arteries are blocked with the fats and the cholesterol, plaques and the rest. And we are talking now about arteries over here.
Yeah.
And the blood flowing through. The heart needs to pump. You see, when the heart is pumping and there's an obstruction somewhere, it means the blood will not get to its destination. And that also can cause, this functioning of the penis. It will not even erect at all.
So Doc, with the cases that have come to you, I mean, some of the, on the field you come across a lot of issues, and you definitely would research or ask questions into why that must have happened. So with some of the issues that have come to you, what are the most reasons that men have given for using aphrodisiacs?
Stress is one.
Stress,
mood swings.
mood swings.
Stress, mood swings are the major thing. And if you look into it, you ask the person to just have to go and rest. Or maybe he has a problem somewhere. You understand? And you ask questions, when I go to work, my manager is worrying me, and all the time I'm edgy to work. I come home. At times some of the men go home, there's trouble in the house. There's school fees to be paid, there's rent, there's electricity bill. The whole person is just like disoriented. So at times you need to really counsel the person and just put the person. You realize that there was an issue one day. We did everything. There's nothing wrong with this person. Not knowing the house, the wife is just like the jata in the house. Oh. He gets closer to the wife, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. He decided to go out one day and he realized that actually was going the long haul. You understand? So some of these things, the women also in the house must also be very careful with the men. Because if you give the man the pressure, the man comes soon before you realize that kind of fight. And let's go to the room and see. You will not even erect one bit. You see, so these are some of the, because it affects the brain. Because see, good sex comes from the brain. Once the brain is stable, you are at peace, everything just goes straight. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Hubert,
Yes.
I'm going to go on a break, but before I go, if you were a doctor, when Gershon was speaking, he mentioned that, that example you gave about how there's problem at home, and then somebody went out and he realized that he went a long haul and he was
He was really happy.
fine. If you were a doctor, would you prescribe that? That if there's an issue at home, you should go out.
The good book says.
Which good book?
You and I know. The good book, right? The good book guided us to today.
Says what?
Don't do U10.
So
this one that we had.
you make that prescription.
I can't do that.
Well, on this note, I'll go on a break. We'll be back shortly. When we are back, the phone lines will be open. I would announce the phone line when I'm back. Please stay with us. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, we are sitting in the lounge and the phone lines are open now. So feel free and call us on 0555 657278. I repeat, 0555 657278. Call us, ask questions. Doctor is here. I'm also another doctor. I'm here. Hubert is not a doctor, but he's here. You can also ask him any question. Any question. Doc, there's something that I find quite worrying, especially with the younger, folks lately.
Yeah.
So I've noticed that a lot of young people go in for these aphrodisiacs, especially those ones that are sold along the street, and they'll be mixing things, energy drinks with some painkillers, and doing all kinds of things. Now, my worry even is the fact that these are young people who I suspect or I expect that should be energetic already.
Yeah.
Why would they go in for these things?
Earlier you said peer pressure is one. Because, and this kind of boys things is also one of them. They want to really show the ladies that, yes, they are there. But you see, to make a lady satisfied, you don't need much aphrodisiac. You need a natural way too. The lady.
Doc, there's a caller. Let me pause you on this one. Good evening, caller. Your name and where you are calling from?
I'm calling from Pokwase. My name is Philomena.
Hi. Let's hear you, please.
Okay. I agree with what doctor is saying. That
can you speak up? We're struggling to hear you.
I agree with what doctor is saying.
Okay, you agree with what doctor is saying?
Sex starts in the morning. If you want to have sex in the evening, it's a state in the mind. He said you have to spoil yourself before you start it. Yes, and that is perfectly right.
Okay.
Because if you don't spoil yourself from the morning and set your mind on it, when you start in the evening, it's off. Yes.
I see.
Without spoiling yourself, put yourself in the mood.
Okay.
So in the evening, you're already
in the mood.
You're already in the mood. Then you are good to go.
Okay. All right. We are grateful for your call, and thank you for contributing as well.
Okay.
Doc, I think we the doctors are giving good advice, because then we are. It looks as.
Yeah. Today I'm excited on the show. I've been laughing throughout. So anyway, as I was saying, you see, it is not your bang 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 will make the lady come or the lady have orgasm.
Okay.
It's not your long something also. You should really look at where areas that you can touch that the lady may even have orgasm. If the lady have orgasm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 10 minutes, you are good to go. But if you go with your strength, it's just like, when you are fighting boxing, at times you go with strength, but you must use this side too. So when you are going to have sex, you shouldn't go with that your strength because I'm macho. So when I go, no, you are lying. You just have to
go with the other.
Yes, you should be watching the game.
Yeah.
You should be reading how the woman reacts.
Coach?
Yes. See how you react. You go here, there's a reaction. You go here, there's no reaction. When you go to that side or their side and that's reaction, just concentrate on that area to make the woman feel good and happy. For you only come once. You come once, that's the end. But you make sure you sustain yourself.
Interesting. Well, so let me go to the phone lines again. Good evening, caller. Your name and then where you are calling from, please.
Hello, good evening. My name is Jeffrey, popularly known as GFA, calling from Sun City.
Hi, GFA. Please, let's hear you.
I just want to congratulate the doctor over there. He's saying that something that men need to do when they're going to perform in bed, because good sets come from the brain.
Okay.
They don't have to just jump up at the lady and then say fine, they have fun with the lady. Then that's a no.
That's some kind of slavery,
the foreplay is very necessary. They have to do the foreplay very well, so that the brain will come on the sex that they come to do. When you make it that way, both of you enjoy it. Even when you see some people think that it's a big, I don't know, excuse me, but like big day that they used to certify lady. No, it's how you do it. So they should bring their mind on the sex. So I like what the doctor is saying, and at least when you get to know that thing is going on well, you should help the guys. It's not every day the guys that we're doing it.
The ladies should help the guys, eh?
Yeah, they should also help. They also should include themselves in it.
I see.
It's not one person's game.
It's not one person's game.
No.
I like that.
It's both of us.
I like that.
So, thank you for your program. I love it.
All right. Thank you so much for being part of it as well. Doc,
Yes, sir.
Unfortunately, time won't allow me to speak more, and I'm going to have to draw the curtains here. But before we go, let's put in our comments. Our last comment is special on the usage of these aphrodisiacs, especially the ones that
you made mention.
Yes.
You see, those aphrodisiacs, they will do the job for you immediately. There are some aphrodisiacs, you take them, it will do the job after 30 minutes or 1 hour. Yes, you enjoy the pleasure and everything, but the long-term effect is that you may be giving yourself a problem. You see, people see me, they ask, how old are you? When I mention my age, they are just like, wow.
I told you, you get in and you already look 16.
You see somebody be on this aphrodisiac in no time, hypertension, what do you call it, diabetes, and the rest. Go to our, dialysis centers. You see most young guys are really dialyzed because they have their kidney destroyed. And if you look at the history, and if some of them are just, honest, they will tell you they've taken this, which has landed them in that problem. So I think we should wise up. If you're really having a problem, see us. We'll tell you what to do, what not to do. If there are other underlying causes, we'll
talk
help
to you about it.
Talk to you about it.
Okay.
So I advise that we don't really abuse aphrodisiac.
Abuse, okay. Hubert?
Yep.
Your final words.
I'll go with what Doc said. Abusing aphrodisiacs is not the way. Go the natural way.
The natural way, the cucumber.
The cucumber, the cauliflower, the carrots.
Yes.
Doc, I think...
No, you are not allowed. Well, on this note, we are going to draw the curtains here. Thank you so much for being part of our evening. Look, the take home is that, yes, there are aphrodisiacs, but please, if you have an issue, come and see us, the doctors, and we'll speak to you about it. We'll do a bit more research, and then we can direct you on what exactly to do. But beyond that, go the natural way. The cucumber is very important. We'll draw the curtains here. We'll see you next. Especially water. Yes, water. Don't forget, water is very important. Before and after, you need water. So, we'll say good evening to you. And then, our Muslim brothers, we are joining you for the whole weekend. You and I, look, we are everything. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, we'll be back next week with another exciting episode of the Men's Lounge. Please stay safe.